An entire season comes full circle. This is it. No more lives remaining after this one, ladies and gentlemen. This is game number 7 of the Global Loot League's preseason 2017. My name is Sims. This beautiful man is Forsen. Forsen, it's the end of the road. This is it.
It is, and it's looking fairly tight at the top. The first place is looking pretty secure, though.
Yeah.
But the others are pretty much up for grabs. It's still mathematically possible to take the first place from Kinguin if you get enough kills.
It would be a big
an uphill
kill game.
Yeah, you would have to have over 20 kills.
Wow.
So
okay. But that is possible.
That is possible. We've seen it before.
2 or 3 times throughout the entirety of the season. So, and this is again the best thing about the whole of the best of 7. And it even comes a point where these 2 helmets, for example, can very easily switch. Like somebody who's not even in that top 3 could quite easily sneak in.
Yeah, I believe so.
So, let's take a look at exactly how the previous round all went down. When all said and done, Ghost Gaming came out on top, 12 kills in total for them, 285 points. Bags in the number 1 spot. Dignitas coming on 2nd. FlyQuest for 3rd. Hooligans in 4th. And then we see Kinguin once again in that top area. The final team to to match up triple digits. That's going to be 108 points. Everyone else below them Hazmat down at the bottom with 0, Theatre of Mayhem with 5, Quick Math with 5, and Gambino also with 5, Habu with 10. There's no point in running through. You can pretty much see exactly how this story is unfolding before your very eyes. Envious and Random, and FaZe as well, kind of the middle of the pack. But would you look at that? 1,124 points from the boys from Kinguin. 56 kills. You know, it's not too far off doubling the team, but just pretty much below them in 2nd place. And fair enough, when we look at some other ones that get some big numbers coming out of Ghost Gaming with 34, AAA with 36 as well. But I mean, it's setting a statement, right?
Absolutely. After this amount of games, to be this far ahead of the 2nd place, it's just ridiculous. They've been so aggressive this whole series, and they're just hunting for every kill. They're not afraid of a single team right now. They're just hunting for every team and every player.
Well, there's a reason why they're hunting it, and we have a little bit of a special announcement. The team that does come top of the table, that walks away with that golden helmet, they will be getting a direct invite to Season 1 of GLL. There'll be no qualification for that team. They'll be going straight through, so as an extra added bonus for reward for picking up the golden helmet, you'll be getting yourselves a direct invite to the Season 1 of the Global Loot League. So make sure you guys are following all of the social media, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere, because there's a lot of stuff to come out of GLL. Again, we have Season 1. If you want to read up on all the information right now, GLL.gg. Go there, take a look. You can read up how things are going to be unfolding, and you can also register as well. Get yourself signed up, and you guys could be sitting here next time we go to a complete grand finals of an entire season. Anything's possible. And of course, if you do want to check out some of the new features that have been added for this weekend, we have Global Loot League 2. Just a number 2 on the end of the Twitch. If you want to multi-Twitch it, if you want to bring it up on a 2nd monitor, you can watch the match completely unfold before your very eyes with the interactive map, which is it's kind of good, because if we struggle to obviously follow your favorite players, your favorite teams, you can watch the full rotations kind of unfolding in real time.
Absolutely. And there are some special tournaments as well for you watching right now if you want to in January. So make sure, as Sim said, to check out everything on the website and follow the channel. And here we go.
There's lots more to come. 2018's a brand new year, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. This game is only going to get bigger. Now, grand finals time. Make sure you tweet that stream. Use the hashtag GLL. This is it. No more lives once Game 7 is all said and done. The plane is coming in from the west, and he's going to head in a very, very southerly way, going all the way down. It will skim the island of Sosnovka. Military base is going to be well and truly in the grass for anyone else. And we'll probably kick it off just around the side of Nova. In between Nova and Military will be the final plane line. Kavoka heading up all the way to Zaki. We've got one team more than likely going to be Ghost Gaming, eyeing up Severny and surrounding areas, seeing where else other people go. Something from FlyQuest. He's scouting out to see exactly where they'll be landing. Also, Rixnaz and his team just to the top there, North Georgia Paul. Lo and behold, in South, well, it's the boys from Kingwin. Would you expect any less? Havu this time, not airing too kind of down towards the bottom. You just see them hanging around the Prim area. Envious will be maybe getting challenged for the West.
Yeah, most likely. I think that Havu Gaming right now are going for a vehicle towards Primorsk, but the problem is that Envious are usually looting those compounds, so they might end up fighting fairly early. We see that Czech Shooter is actually staying a bit behind because he's afraid of them actually wanting to steal his compound, and they are actually landing at one of the Envious compounds right there.
And I'll tell you what, we've got a bit of a firework display going on. Smack bang center of the map. School, apartments, Rosshawk, it's all kicking off. There's some early shots going down. I've not actually seen anything happen down in the kill feed as of yet, unless I missed it. But a few early shots, and here she goes. First circle of the game, and she's up in the north. So pretty much kind of in line with most of the people actually dropped. Obviously, you've got a few of the long flyers down on Millie and Novo that will have to make the long travel. FaZe and AAA, as usual, and Penta, they're going to have to make their way up from Milta Power area. But generally speaking, that's a good, strong position for the likes of Kingwing, Havru, and, of course, Envious, who kind of like and play off this area.
Yeah, we saw this exact circle, actually, the very first circle of the last game. This was pretty much the exact same one. And we saw some teams, especially FlyQuest, looting Watertown right now, trying to go for that middle compound, but it got contested by Liquid fairly early. We'll see who's first this time. They barely just made it, and it's just one of the most powerful compounds to have close to that bridge. Not knowing which direction of the land masses the circle will move towards later on.
It'll be interesting to see exactly where they go from there. I like where something is exactly. I know he's on his own, and he's kind of in between. You've got Liquid there. You've also got Ghost Gaming, who could push him if they really wanted to. They won't know he's just kind of out on these outskirts, the level 3 kind of houses that look down onto Rosshawk. But he can be the scout. He can be the information if FlyQuest, because fair enough, when you go to Atlantis area, it's not the best of loot, and you're going to loot it very quickly, especially if there's 3 of you there. It's okay in duos, you're going to get some decent gear, but when there's 3 or 4, it's going to be a little bit harder to get fully geared, so he'll be able to give the information and read where people will be going next. Liquid completely will empty out Rosshawk. You'll see random, they're going to move in from apartments and school as well, so we could see a potential fight from them, and then just off to the eastern side, we have another team creeping in. Prism, I'm hearing shots fired over here. Let's have a look at Kraken's POV. 16 in a bag, no ammo whatsoever. He's, I think he's just putting some warning shots down. A team did rock up and said, nope, we'll leave you alone. We don't want to die so early on.
Yeah, Azimuth lobby there, not wanting to engage that. They're moving it towards the circle right away. Rotation times are usually a bit later, but they feel like they want to get a good position there. No one actually dropped Pochinki, which is interesting.
It's something we've seen a few times, you know.
Yeah, are they afraid of other teams? But I don't think there's a single team that usually drops there. I remember there being some teams before in the previous seasons where the 2 same teams always dropped Pochinki and fought it out every single game, but now there's a single team there.
Yeah, if Method were here, they'd be, Andy Pyro would be pitching a tent on one of the top of one of the houses, to be honest with you. C9, if they were in, they might challenge it as well, but no, you're right, it's not necessarily a big drop for some of these teams, and no one's been taking full advantage of Pochinki. Some people love it, some people hate it. Me personally, I'm a big fan. There's a little building just below the church that I enjoy going on, because 9 times out of 10 you'll get a weapon, you can work your way down and then move in a little bit closer. Just taking a closer look, and I like that our observer's already on top of that. Czech Shooter once again, Ancade and Envious creeping up on your number 1 spot, Kingwin. Now, if they were eliminated as the first team, that then kind of makes the precedence of one team being able to bag a 20, 25 kill game and challenge for that number 1 spot. But it would mean that all of Kingwin, all 4 members, would have to die and pretty much be the first team out. And when you look at Venerated as well, they're kind of getting surrounded. There's some things moved over. So 1, 2, 3 teams
Yeah,
kind of boxing Kinguin in.
it is true, but at the same time, they're all in the circle, so no one actually needs to move. And the only way that Kinguin would potentially get eliminated first is if they were in the same car or something and they got blown up. But I don't see it happening this game because they are in the circle. Tumai going for that air drop, finding an M24 with a ghillie suit and 8x scope. Very good weapon in squads. Some even prefer it to the AWM actually because it just has infinite bullets.
Yeah, I mean, you only get, what is it? It's 20 per
20 bullets.
cache, and it does take up quite a lot of space in the bag. Now and again, you'll get a drop. It'll have 2, so you can at least load up on them. But as you say, you have to make sure that every single one of those bullets, it does count. And because the gun is so goddamn loud, you know, as soon as you hear that, it's, okay, big boy guns in play.
AWM, you hear it every time, unless there's a silencer involved.
Indeed, that is totally true.
Ooh.
Law, a player from Kinguin, becomes the first victim. Does run into the line of sight from Venerated. Venerated actually might get to it. He's tapping up Ibiza as well. Ibiza's been forced back. Does have the level 2 helmet. He's got the level 3 vest as well, so that's a 55% damage reduction. That's good. Red dot sight on the AKM. He can take this fight if he needs to. Meanwhile, his teammate will be calling for some help. It all depends on how Venerated plays this one, whether he just backs off or kind of...
I don't know how he can escape this. He's stuck in this building right now with 3 Kinguin players outside, 2 outside and 1 inside. And I'm not quite sure how he will get out of this situation. Wow!
Down again,
So many grenades.
Thick and fast though. He's doing a good job of it, and he's making something happen. All this is going on. Kinguin do get inside the little container next to him, little yellow shack, should I say. They've got their player up. As you mentioned, now we are into the 3-on-1 scenario. Ibiza drilling in hard with the AKM. Remember, only 30 bullets will destroy the vehicle, but it doesn't matter. Larson says, not a problem for me. Check shooter, he's knocked out. Another grenade goes down. They're going to try and bank him off of this. They know exactly where Venerated is. He's giving away steps. That's not a bad grenade unless it went too far forward, which it did.
Yeah, it kind of forced him a little bit forward, but they spot Larson now, and he's taking some hits, and he has to actually heal it. There's no way he can actually get out of this situation, I think, unless he pulls off something ridiculous here, but he actually doesn't have any healing, I think. Right? He only has bandages.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Ibiza's going to try and bank it off the stairwell.
Ooh.
Shot comes through, and that's going to be rip. So, from having a minor advantage on top of Kinguin, the Penguins, they get together, they regroup, and all of a sudden they say, well, we'll answer this one back. 2 members there of Envy, they will fall in quick succession. And as you can see from the map, the blue will very, very, very slowly start to creep in. Liquid, it's time to make their move. And at the same time, the European counterparts, there's going to be GLL, Penta, they're all moving as well. So 2 very good teams potentially rotating into the same area. This could be dangerous.
Yeah, it seems like Liquid is going for the yellow houses, and the Penta is going for the double house in the middle of the forest. The double house is way better to hold than the yellow houses because it's just awkward to shoot through those windows down at the yellow. And right now, Ibiza is taking a hold of this compound, which is very, very hard to crash because no cover inside.
Getting a few bullets popping off from across the bridge. It's going to be realised. He'll happily just sit and kind of pin it up. What?
Oh no! He killed himself by blowing up the vehicle. Ibiza can't
feels bad,
make
man.
mistakes like that. I think it has to do with the bug, you know, where you're in the car but you're not in the car.
Feels bad, man. Oh well, they've still got 3 players remaining, and they do have that big booster of points at least to kind of live off. Penta, they make their way to the middle. Havu also kind of getting in up close and personal. Just going to send it, taking a few bullets. His team, they're pinned between a rock and a hard place. Penta to one side, then all of a sudden Havu to the other. Envious is turning up to the party. We see Dignitas down at the bottom. It's time for them to rotate. They want to get a bit more central. The entire south of the circle is going to be rather clear. We'll see Spikey says, okay, well, you know, I fancy a little bit of this crate. There's 2 of them in there, so they're going to chase that one down. Could be a big boy gun for them. It'd be nice to get a 249. The 249 is by far the most powerful weapon when it comes to squads because it's just a vehicle puncher.
Yeah, you don't have to save your bullets. You can just shoot freely. It's just an amazing weapon. And right now, Havu is going towards the secured compound from his teammates. And this compound, we've seen it before. It's easier to breach because it's so wide, and you can't really stay in the same building either because you need to have vision over everything.
I mean, it's good because if you, depending on which side you're actually going to come from, if you're looking out towards the fields, you know, you can peek outside the windows. You've obviously got the, oh, and look at this, they're that greedy, they're actually getting it as it comes down. So that's going to be a Groza going in the hands of Dig. And we said before, this is such a powerful weapon. By far the strongest AR in the game, just because of how fast it hits.
And the range of it is also underestimated. It can actually deal some serious damage with a 4x scope. And silencer on that, and you're good to go, man.
Yeah. Absolutely ridiculous weapon.
Oh my god, it needs to stop right here.
Stop.
Oh, we're having some...
Whoop, yep, up. He's still going for it. Any more bullets, it's going to be ripped, my friend. And
I'm very surprised he kept on driving there. He was so low, that car, and I feel like he should have just stayed and hoped for the best.
Meanwhile, on the kill feed, I've just seen Penta taking out Fuzzface, so a member of Face falling at the hands of Penta. Could be another one as well. Mexi's stuck behind the rock, takes a bullet.
Some nice shots there from the Mini, but he's not going to peek again. He's just going to hold here. Maybe some smokes would be good here.
Look at the gear, though, on him. Mexi's tanked up.
Oh, yeah. Level 3. He's going to make a run for it before even healing up. He's punching the air.
Stim to the max. He'll be speeding away. That's a 6% speed boost. Can he get away from this one? He's zigzagging left and right. He's been a bit of a problem to capture. You can still see the bullets hitting the deck. And he'll leave a trail of dust in his breach. And he might just get away with this one, you know. Bobbing, weaving, ducking, diving, whatever it takes.
Oh, he gets the kill. Or knockout, rather.
Good
from
God.
That distance with a holographic. Amazing there. But I don't think he will get the actual kill here because he's too far away and behind cover. So he's going to be satisfied with the knock. But
his teammate's there, so I mean, you can just pull the car in front of him, right?
Yeah.
The issue is how many people are close to him. Like, that's a very open area.
Yeah, you don't really want to leave. You have to leave as a team then, and I don't think they have enough vehicles actually to leave there as a team. In the meantime, we see people rotating in from the northeast and securing their compounds. This next circle coming up soon is going to be crucial because it's going to decide which side of the river it's most likely going to end on, and a lot of teams are going to have to rotate through very narrow chokes of bridges and landmasses, so we'll see what happens with that.
Here we are then with Duck. 2x scopes on the K98. 2-2-2 when we look down at the bottom as well for the bag, the helmet, and the chest. Just going to rotate around with the vehicles, find themselves at a different position, but you can hear the bullets and you can see on the minimap. Shots are going to be kicking off. They're going to get tanked and told to stay away from their area, which they will do. They'll opt to rotate around. In fact, one of them's getting a little bit fiery. One of his teammates is getting rather close, and he's also dive bombed out of there as well. You can see it just down in the bottom. So
yeah, he got out of the car as well. I'm not quite sure why he decided to stop so close to them.
That's very close. Maybe just because they were driving, they didn't realize exactly which angle these bullets were coming from. Just outside the shooting range, we will see Theatre of Mayhem, Liquid. It's time for them to move, or at least it's time to try and get out and really get some eyes, you know, to see where they go next. It's all right staying in a house, but when you come out of it, you need to have the information of which route you're going to take. Plan ahead. Mexa is...
this might be an interesting play here. He's going very close, protecting his teammate that are stuck in the house right now from Team Random.
That's all four of them.
Yeah. They might actually get a kill. If they focus the same guy here, they might actually do something. Grenades are coming in. It might be actually...
That's four of them. That's 4 grenades.
Oh my god. Sick backstab. One of the sickest backstabs I've ever seen in PUBG.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to FaZe. That is how you coordinate together as a team. You protect your teammate with the smokes, and then two of you just absolutely bomb batter the living hell out of a team, and all 4 die in very quick succession. That is textbook.
That is insane, actually. The fact that they didn't hear the bike either. I think the teammates must have been shooting a lot while they were approaching with the bike, so they wouldn't hear him.
That's incredible. To do it at the same time, to have the grenades out and to grenade at the same time, and then just throw 4 and just say, right, let's finish up.
Oh, that's not going to end too good. That's a flip buggy.
Oh, he's got it.
He saved it. Oh.
There we go. He's applying for FaZe, so he just wants to get his montages out now, to be fair. But yeah, incredible work from them. They'll bag themselves 4 kills. Simple as that. Easy squad wipe. Take a look further afield. Then let's have a quick show you guys at home the map rather quickly. It's Blue's going to be coming in very soon. Everybody is actually inside the circle, so there's no real reason to massively start moving around. You know, you can kind of take a peek, have a look at what's what, get some information, kind of read it a little bit. Harbour were in a fight with a team just to the right-hand side. They've also got Envious, who's just going to be over the ridge on the edge of the mountainside.
Yeah, 90% of the teams right now are hoping for the circle to be on the south side of this river, because if it goes north, there's so many teams that has to cross, and the teams that are already camping those bridges, like FlyQuest and Kingwin, they're gonna make it a living hell for them to get through there.
Liquid know they're in a bit of a rough spot. We've got Penta just right next to them. We've also got Liquids from Dig, who's just kind of on his own, chilling out, kicking back, having a bit of a sleep. Phase just over in the water world as well. Okay, that's going to be Enzo Lenzo. M24, the sniper rifle, finds its target, hits him in the body. He hits the deck as well. Skoom and Molman just scouting about, making sure they have room to breathe, room to move if they need to. Enzo's just up on the hillside, so that team knows exactly where the rest of them could be hanging around. It's interesting that he's so far out in the open. Obviously, he's left the cover. You know, they did it. We saw them before. They did have the angles, but they've decided to leave it.
They did. And right now, I think that there's going to be an encounter here on the north as soon as this circle closes. That team that decides to rotate first might be in a lot of danger, because they're going to get shot at while driving from the very close team. So we'll see what happens with that. But everyone's just waiting and preparing their move out with the vehicles right now.
Which is what you've got to do. You have to plan ahead here, because everyone's so quiet and everyone's so chilling. With 62 alive, you've got to make sure you've got an escape plan. You've got a route and a direction that your teams are going to take. I'm guessing the circle is about to update. We'll take a look at that and we'll watch exactly as it comes up in real time as she edges just towards the center. Let's see where she goes, and it's going to be Georgia Paul Mountain.
This is an interesting one. Not a lot of teams, I think, have prepared for a lot of mountain circles. They don't really have all the places locked down, where to go and where to go plan B. So it's going to be a bit of a cluster here. I feel like people are going to try to move onto the mountain. They're taking shots, but getting away safely.
Duck will whack off some long-range shots here. He's got the air cock. Why not? 2-2, so he can take a bullet if he needs to, or two. Having a look around, 62 players. A lot of twos going down at the moment in time. All his teammates are there with him as well, so they're all just kind of chilling over here, making sure that they have the right angles and the right information of what to do next. Plenty of vehicles. Biggest, a couple of long-range rotations I have to call out at the top. I mean, you can see everything that's going on in the middle because the crunch is about to happen. Liquid are regrouping, but they've got Penta hot on their heels. Molman and Skoom turn face. So does Ollie. They're going to head towards potentially set this fight. We're going to hear bullets kicking off in the background. Just keep your eyes on that kill feed, guys, because it's going to get lit rather soon. Cracker knocks out Chris. Theatre of Mayhem. They're going to lose one person already to this. Falling victims during the rotation. We saw at the top Theatre of Mayhem and Ghost rotating together. Kotastic also becomes another victim of that. Jeans knocks out two players of Liquid. Side by side with the Scar. That's going to be a 2-for-1 pretty much. Mini Fridge comes in. Kotastic, that's another player of the Theatre of Mayhem. So they're getting picked off left, right, and center. Ollie, Ultra, two POVs, Penta and Liquid looking side by side. Ollie is an absolutely incredible sniper if he can hit these shots, but he needs to have the right position and kind of his teammates with him to allow him to move into and play off those areas.
Yeah, and Penta has a couple of level 3 helmets, which makes it even harder for him now, though, and he has to run off, leaving the teammates behind, I think. He's going towards them, but I don't think he's going to get arrested, because as soon as Penta gets one knock, they're pushing.
Samty flanked them. He's going to tag up one. The knock comes through. He'll get it. Ultra turns the face. Will he get this kill? Spins on a pinhead. AKM comes out. Samty's done exactly what FaZe did earlier on. He's flanked from behind. He's picked off two, but now he's stuck behind a wall. Unfortunately, Simsy, he's got this red like a buck. They might be able to finish the deal on here, but he at least takes two members of Penta down before he falls as well. So good job from him, because while he's doing that, the main focus was allowing Ollie to get two members of Liquid up. That's a great play, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's extremely good. He did stop, though, for a second to try and assist him, but went on resting right away after. And now they're going to be in a 3 versus 2 situations instead of a 4 versus 2 from the Penta side. Some long-range shots here from AAA. Who's going to be playing Edge from now on?
Mormon, unfortunately, and Scoob, neither of the guys could get their health back. Ollie did manage to get them picked up, but unfortunately, as soon as they do that, they hit the deck instantly. Unless Ollie's died, he'll be, yes, in fact, no, he hasn't, so he's going to be the last remaining player here for Team Liquid. We'll see what he can do and see if we can get Liquid up into the serious points bracket. Just a little note that Liquids is still chilling on the edge of the circle and not moving from anywhere.
Yeah, he is separated from his team, I believe, but he's trying to at least secure placement if things goes to worst for the teammates.
It's an insurance policy.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. It's an insurance policy. Put one person on the edge, give him a big bag. If you got a level 3, give him the level 3. Give him as many stims as possible and just let him do his thing. Meanwhile, Craig comes in, MK14, the auto sniper.
With a military vest level 3 and a cheek pad for it. Not a lot of players can handle it, but those who can, it's a pretty good weapon for sure.
I mean, it punches, 60 damage every single bullet. And because of how fast you can kind of spam it, if you do have decent control, it's a super, super good weapon. And you can put it on auto spray if you really can control it.
For sure, for sure. And right now the circle is actually closing in even more over the mountain and the southern area under it. So we're going to be seeing some action on top of there as well in a bit. Some teams have opted to go there already. We see Havu Gaming sitting at the edge of it at the bottom at the very same compound, but with only 2 buildings in though after this next circle closes in.
Nobody running up to the top of the mountain, that's fine because you're open from all angles and you silhouette like a bad man. And, people just happily just crack K98 bullet after K98 bullet and everyone wants a montage kill, and if you hit someone on top of the mountain, you knock them. It's kind of what you get. Liquid. This is where he might cause a team a problem though, because he's on his own over here. He's got 4 of them in his. Okay, so he says, "Nope, I'm not doing that. See you later, boys." Opts to back off, and here you can see all the teams starting to come together very, very slowly.
Yeah, Kinguin starting to move up from their compound too, on foot, of course. They don't want to make too much noise when approaching the mountain. Because if people know where you are, the high ground is very, very useful in combat.
I think someone's just copped for Liquids down at the bottom because they're throwing grenades at him. Meanwhile, Rixnaz is taking a big battle going on. You can hear the grenades in the background.
See a backstab from Kinguin too here. And they're actually going to get taken out. They hear him at the last second. It's a 3v3, a 2v2 now.
As his back, log goes down, and all of a sudden, they're dead.
Yeah. Did they lose a single member there? I don't think they did.
Trying to see, because they had Ibiza was already gone, so that was 2 of them. Is there anyone left from Kinguin?
No, Kinguin is completely dead.
That's gone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that kind of leaves this open now and shakes things up a little bit. They might have done just enough, got a few kills, got a few points to kind of absolutely guarantee that #1 spot. But until we get the final confirmation at the end, it's anybody's game. All of a sudden, 39 players remain. The circle, she'll start to do damage. Push everybody in. Liquid still treading water, keeping away on the corner. We have that team, though, very, very close to him. And they have information that he's there. They were throwing grenades at him earlier on.
Yeah, Azimuth lobby here, moving in towards AAA right now. But AAA has those buildings to take cover from. In case they get knocked, they can just go in there and get rest from the remaining teammates. So this is going to be a hard fight. And they need to be sneaky and use grenades, I think, if they want to beat AAA here. Both teams with 4 players remaining is going to make it a fair fight, though.
We make it sound so easy, but this is the IEM Grand Champions. This is a team of French monsters. They play out of their mind every single time. They play as a unit. They're individually talented, individual skilled. They all know how to use an AR to an incredible precision, to be fair. But they're crossing the road. They're in open grounds. There's nowhere to go. They're getting tanked up. There goes one. Monkey falls. Instantly, he dies. Using the crits with advantage. Microstar pops the corner, though. Lands him one in the face. Shadow answers back. Knocks out Potato.
Grenade coming in here from Microstar to Shadow. And they might connect. No, just right outside of that rock. Another one is coming in, and this one might be better. Yeah, it does actually connect and knocks him out. And a lost member of AAA right now, Shiv, is going to have to sneak from now on.
He's just killed 3 members on his own. Microstar's taken out 3. I mean, one of them's the walking wounded right now. They could potentially get people back up. If Shadow falls, that's 2 for 1. Fizz, Mexi, and Jempty up on the hillside. They'll find one team. They peek across. They know exactly what's going on here. Jempty with the AKM. He's got the hollow. He's got a level 3 helmet as well, so he can peek this corner if he wants to.
It's a 1v2 here. And Alex is on fire. Has to actually perform here if he wants to stay alive. And it goes down to FaZe, not losing a single player there.
Oh, that's the pan.
That is the pan.
So he saved his ass quite literally. Gets the ding. Says, okay, well, time to pull my head in. Not a problem. I can do that.
Yeah, Dignitas Suntouch going down there at the edge of the mountain. Don't think anyone will be able to save him now that the blue is so close. They need to move up on the mountain. Another Dignitas member falls there. Where's the last one?
Is this the insurance policy? There's liquids?
I think they have someone. I think he's on the north side there. The one guy, or south side rather, of the mountain. I think that's him.
McCoy goes down in the kill feed. So does Jesse Lol. 2 knockdowns, one with a grenade, one with a bullet. Top of the hill then, McCoy. Define legit, just checking the angles, peeking the corners, making sure no one's around unless they get hard rushed from the side. That should be an easy one. Look at all these body bags. So many coffins there. You know, the mountain can be a huge monster. But I'll tell you what can be even more of a huge monster. The circle, it's shifted down the mountain now, which is going to drive everybody over the top. If Ghost aren't careful, they could get flanked from behind.
Yeah, absolutely. And Heavy Gaming moving in as well with the 4-man squad from the west right now under the mountain. And they're taking shots onto the people trying to get down from the mountain right now, which might not be the best decision considering they have a team right next to them too. But they're going to do it either way. Smokes are coming down, running, juking, playing Dota 2 almost.
But unfortunately, won't be enough. Kavorka holds the angle, holds his nerve as well and stays up here for quite some time. Looks straight down the mountain, 4 times as well, but unfortunately he's getting hit. I mean, he's staying up here for too long. This is the problem with the mountain. When you're running down, you're just a sitting duck because you've just got a full grey background behind you. You're just one person and you've got nowhere else to go.
Especially if you shoot at people and let others know where you are. That's when you're an easy duck to shoot. Going out of the gas, barely 1 HP.
Hexit with a Kar 98. Jempty also gets a knock for himself. So FaZe turning up this game, which is kind of what we want to see. Meanwhile, a lot of people do have to move. The Havu boys, they're kind of held on the corner. They need to get across this grassy path and make their way into the circus still. AAA do have 1 player remaining. Havu now getting drilled from the side. It's going to be Crip who realizes what's going on here, so he can hold this one for a second. He's inside the circle, so he's got no issues and really no reason to move, but he's got to watch his back because there are going to be people either A, coming down. I mean, he's got the information. This is going to be Balok, Theatre, and Mayhem. You can also see FaZe. They're creeping in.
Yeah, they're trying to smoke here so they can rest one of the knocked out teammates, while Crip here is trying to suppress fire the incoming players of Havu Gaming. It's going to be enough time to get the teammate up, but maybe not enough time to heal up. Yeah, Havu is just there, getting the flank. Denying the rest on the teammate there. Grenade coming in might actually finish the last remaining player here.
Switches to the grenade. The frag comes down. Can it find its target? Pushes one back. It's certainly going to hurt. Reels, he's praying. He's absolutely praying. He's clenching on for dear life. And yeah, his teammate at least kind of, you know, says, okay, I'll take a death for you here. I'll take a bullet, which he does. He does stay alive, makes it 1 further up the rankings. Meanwhile, that's going to be Kailank. He'll die. Pride just on the bottom corner from the south. It's time for him to move because the blue will start to chunk away at these final players. Shift still hiding and holding strong. The last player remaining for AAA. Same for Balok, Theatre of Mayhem, but he's got both Mexi and Hexit. As soon as I say that, the bullet comes through. He hits the deck, and all of a sudden Bikini Models found himself a 249 and a 15 times.
Yeah, right now we have 2 squads with 4 players remaining. It's Havu Gaming and Gambino. And right now, oh, he actually gets a knock there. In the gas, he gets picked up though by the teammates, and they're trying to flank Havu Gaming here, or make some space at least.
Everyone will be getting stimmed up and ready for this final push because this 12 will be probably the end, to be honest with you. I can't see many players. There's nowhere to really go. I mean, the final circle is just going to rip them in 2. Pride on your left-hand side. Havu on your right. Bikini Model holding the angle. Catches 1. Goes for the lean. Holographic. And the AKM starts to drill his opponent. Level 3, level 3. He's happy days, so he can afford to do this. 55% damage reduction on both parts. One will get knocked. Bullet comes across. Enzo lends over his shoulder point, helping each other out. Don't see any grenades. But this is such a flank. He's taking this wide, and the lean's there as well. This could be incredible.
Yeah, he's really pushing at the edge of the circle here, trying to get one more knockout. He knows that one guy got knocked, and if he's fast enough, he can shoot him. Oh, no.
The answer back's there, though. They had the same idea. The lean came in from K, exact same angle. And now he's holding on. Jorski wants a bit of the action himself. Grenade goes down, but a bullet comes in from Jempty. He's come to poop on the party. FaZe say hello. They show themselves. They show the cards. Jorski will get picked up.
Yeah, right now Gambino was looking strong, but they lost 2 players, and they're unarrestable right now, I think. Pride is about to die, and K is way too far away.
Jorski's getting involved in the action. There's one. There's two. And this could... Oh, once again, it's FaZe. FaZe who are turning up late game and just, like, kind of picking off the remnants of these last game battles and these engagements. Mexi gets caught on the side. You see him from the tree. Jorski gets hurt real bad. That's the M16 coming out of Jempty. And all of a sudden the Kar98, the silenced Kar98, level 3 helmet, Hexip. He wants a bit of this action. He wants some more faces. And if there's a man who can, look at Shiv though. Shiv is chilling in a bush.
Yeah, he's playing as passively as you can possibly play right now. And FaZe is playing a little bit with the scope. They're trying to be quick about it. Havu with a three-player remaining squad, FaZe with a 3-player remaining squad, and then the sole player of AAA, Shiv, right now in the smoke. You just don't want to shoot at all. You just want to wait out this fight and kill off the last guy. That's the dream scenario for him right now.
Except he wants to kind of force the issue though. 8 times on that Kar98. Mexi with a 4 times and a mini. Both of these guns are going to hit real hard and do some serious work. Shiv just holding his nerve, holding his bottle. He's got the information. Mexi leans, Mexi peeks, hits the target. Will force one back. Havu, FaZe and AAA. 3 incredible teams. Mexi's getting aggressive. He wants to get involved in this. He pretty much knocks one to the floor. Does so much damage to the other. Oh, FaZe, they're just causing people all sorts of problems. One member will fall. The drill comes down from uphill, though. He does get taken out. 4 players remain. It's actually going to be Shiv.
Shiv in a 1 versus 1 scenario here. And will he make this?
Oh, that's going to be rough. He's in.
This passive play.
He's still alive. How's he doing this? He's used the smoke for cover.
Oh my god, he might actually win this game.
He's held his nerve for so long. Imagine if he does this. He's got level 3s.
He doesn't want to heal here. He just wants to get the headshot.
That's all he can do.
Yeah.
Scopes in. Who's going to poke it? Who's going to peek it?
Oh, and he gets it.
Shadow.
Shiv.
Monkey and Arax for going down so early. AAA have done it. Shiv holds his nerve the entire game, holds his bottle, and then because he's got level 3s and confidence in his shot, he waits until Havu and FaZe murder each other, turns up, says thank you very much, wins the game.
Yeah, and at a disadvantaged position as well, having to run from the gas while the last remaining player of Havu was behind a tree. Some great shots there, not wanting to heal, just wanting to focus on getting that headshot in. Just amazing play there by Shiv, honestly.
Good God. Trigger discipline at its finest. AAA, your IEM Oakland winners. They come out on top in server number 7. And ladies and gentlemen, that is all she wrote. 7 games and now completed. The admins in the back will start doing all the points and tallying everything up. And we will tell you who's walking away with these 3 lovely helmets and which team will be walking away with a direct invite into GLL Season 1. What a set of games we've had tonight, though.
Yeah, insane games, actually. I like the circle this game. They weren't very centered. They were in places where you're not used to seeing the circles end, and I love to see the teams make the best out of it.
I mean, to be able to be in a situation where it's one, there's top 7, and you've got 2 teams of 3, just to sit there and say, I'm not going to shoot this guy. I mean, it kind of shows so much discipline and knowledge about the game of, okay, even at the end when you said he was healing, through the blue, the fact that it was kind of a weird stack. On one side, you had a player that, fair enough, he had a lot of health, but he were only leveling, a level 1, which is only going to be a 30% damage reduction. On the opposing side, when you've got, okay, not a lot of health, but you're rocking 55 on your face, 55 on your chest, that's a lot of damage reduction. Again, using the smoke, there was no real, it was an even. It's whoever's going to find that final headshot, which Shiv came through, he did. The Frenchman came out strong, and they take the final game. Why did you have to do this to him?
So what actually happened here? Did he fire himself, or did the opponent fire on the vehicle?
I honestly don't know. I didn't quite catch it. either way, I mean, it doesn't really matter. They've played a stunning game all day long. They've just been playing out of their skulls, and I do think the amount of booster that they give themselves and the buffer that they had. This right here is textbook. So let's watch this. One player's calling for help. They hold stand. They say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got them. What do we do? Let's get the grenades out. There goes 1. There goes 2. They hold for a second. There goes 3. There goes 4. And 1, 2, 3. Final bullet comes in. Dink and dead.
Yeah, amazing play there from phase 2 versus 4. Just ridiculous.
It shouldn't happen. But this is exactly why FaZe picked him up. Obviously, if you are kind of new to the whole scene, they were picked up. They originally were called Guerrilla Corps, and they were dominating all the online stuff. They were becoming a very, very solid team. Everyone knew what they were kind of capable of. And then all of a sudden, FaZe came in, took advantage of the situation. But look at this. How the hell he gets away with this, I will never know.
Yeah, the smoke is actually a lot of help here, because he would have probably been dead here if that smoke weren't placed exactly there.
You could see Bikini Model was probably crawling to actually giving the information to get an angle of where he was, and he had some sort of idea. At this point where he actually sees him, spins. I mean, look at how much health he's got. You've got to have balls to be able to stand that and say, bring it on.
Yeah, if he got to spray there a split second longer, then the results would have been opposite there. It was very, very clenched, and it was like the most ridiculous pre-fires and stuff that I've seen from him behind the tree there.
I suppose as well from the opposing angle, when you're in Shiv's POV, I mean, if you're going to run, you're going to get shot in the back, right?
Yeah.
There's only one thing to do. You have to take the fight. You have to turn and face. And yeah, when you've got confidence and the ability to be able to spray like that and send a player packing, then, you know, big congratulations to them. They do claim the very final match. We'll see who's actually going to be claiming, and see if actually they actually walk away with one of these helmets, because second and third are well and truly, you know, we kind of saw the point distribution, what we're going down. They're definitely up the grabs for kind of anybody.
Yeah.
I kind of think gold is guaranteed because we didn't see a huge game from anybody.
Even if they did get knocked out fairly early this game compared to the other games, Kingwin that is, they're still gonna pretty much have the gold here.
Yeah. I actually believe in the background we're going to be queuing up an interview rather soon with the winners. We will be announcing the winners shortly. I think we'll at some point be able to bring up not only the final standings, but the standings from the previous game. If you are just joining us, kind of show you guys exactly how it all has been unfolding tonight and who the winners are and how we kind of started to where we've got. Any particular highlights tonight that you've seen? Because we've seen some very, very wild stuff. Is there anything that kind of stood out for you apart from that previous game?
I like the rolling car when he was stopping and he left the car and then he ran right into his opponent in the bushes. He actually touched him almost, you know, and got killed. I don't know what's actually went through his mind there, but I would love to find out.
I'm not sure if it was him going for a bit of a troll kill, trying to just let the car roll over him, or if he generally had no idea.
No,
using the car
he had
for
no
vision.
idea, because he started running past him after he went out of the car, you know. And then he got shot in the back from the guy in the bush. So he didn't actually know that he was alive. I think he saw him, and I thought that he was a dead body, and he was going to loot him. But then the car started rolling, and he went after the car. So he had to stop the car from rolling down all the way to the hill before looting.
I'll tell you what I found quite funny the other day, and I got trolled to the maximum. I was actually really, you know, when you just beyond triggered at something. There's a dead body. There's a body lying on a body box, and it was a player that his teammate had fallen, and he decided to lay on his body box. So I went over.
That's happened to me too. Yeah.
I'm gonna go loot this guy. He literally, as I went over to the box, he just got off his knees and just shotgunned me in the face. And I just thought,
that's strategy.
Welcome to PUBG.
Yeah.
Bushes, boxes, anything kind of goes in this game.
Absolutely.
It's insane. Once again, apologies for the slight delay. We're going to be getting you guys the scores on screen, and when we can announce the winners, first, second, and third officially, who's going to be walking away with these amazing trophies and the in-game items. But while you are waiting on that, why not drop a follow on the stream or visit GLL.gg. All the information for Season 1 and how to register your team for Season 1 is up there now. We did say in January we got some fun stuff coming. There's some different stuff coming in Jan. It's gonna be a fun year.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, I think overall this is kind of the, and I've kind of said it a few times on stream, but obviously we've got a little bit of time to fill at the moment. Next year is going to be fun for PUBG to see what kind of direction it takes and like further patches, further, you know, optimization and stuff like that. I mean, the map itself, playing it this weekend has been incredible.
Yeah, more maps is definitely interesting. I wonder if it's gonna be a main focus on the new map with the upcoming tournaments next year, or if there's gonna be some kind of split between the two.
Yeah, it is a good. I think to kind of do that, they'd probably have to take Erangel away and rework it so that it was more like Miramar in the terms of how things looked, how things feel, you know, with the amount of defilade cover. Just kind of rework it. So you don't want to change it for what it is. It still needs to be that map with open ground and stuff. But if you kind of just change the texture, change the look, change the feel, so it's kind of in line with Miramar, so they're not too, because at the moment they're very two diverse maps, not even not just how they play, but how they look as well and feel and everything about them. It's like a totally different game.
Yeah, you can really feel it when driving through Miramar. It's really hard to drive, while on the other map you can drive through any terrain basically, but and there's the water difference as well. But now in the next patch you will be able to shoot in water.
Yes.
Or shoot through water rather.
Yeah, the bullet pen on water, which is good because it means that if we're playing Erangel and someone wants to
be in the water,
take a swim, they're going to get ripped for it, to be fair. Which is good. We do kind of want to see that, and yeah, there'll be no more swimmers, all being well. Just to kind of touch on what you mentioned over Miramar, like you can obviously drive on the roads and stuff, and it's all happy days, but it'll come to the point because it's so enclosed. You are going to get murdered in those vehicles. They're going to get shot down and shut down rather quickly. But then if you want to take it off-road, it's super easy to flip a car. It
is super easy. And even the bikes, who usually can drive through any train, they're really hard to drive on that train too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, here we go.
All right then. So, grand final matchup. You just saw it on your screens. Top of the board. It's going to be AAA. The Frenchmen stand strong. 255 points. 9 kills overall. Second place FaZe Clan, 230, 14 kills overall. Habu in third. Blank in fourth. Fifth, Gambino. Theatre of Mayhem coming hot at 6. Azam at 7th. Dignitas 8th. Ghost Gaming at 9th. And then 10th through 18th, respectively. Quith Math, Hooligans, Envious, Kingwin in 13th. Penta, Ronin, Team Liquid at 16th. Random, and then down at the bottom, unfortunately, we have to have an 18th place, but here we go then. Your top 3 for the GLL preseason 2017. Team Kingwin, 1,144 points. Against Authority, second place, 1,013. Not that far off, and we did say people could come back in the final game. AAA most certainly did that, and then in third place, the third trophy, the bronze one, Team Random, 792. They beat Ghost Gaming out by 2. 1 kill, 2 points.
That is ridiculous, actually. That can't feel too good for Ghost Gaming right now, having lost that position with just 1 kill. It could have happened anywhere.
1 kill, 1 placement. That is incredible. That's insanely close. I mean, when you kind of look at the team kills, 36 for Ghost and 30 for Random. Ghost actually had more points when it came to the kills, so just 1 more position, you know, 1 more little bit of survivability. Hey, it's easy for us to sit here and say that, you know, it's all hindsight. But congratulations to Kingwin. They are your winners, and they walk away with that golden bad boy.
And a direct invite for the next upcoming season.
And the in-game items as well. So, happy days. Congratulations to Ibiza and the boys. It's good to see them. I want to kind of say for Ibiza coming back with a little bit of a vengeance. Obviously, when we look towards what happened with IEM, 2 of these, you know, they had a really good team. They didn't make it through the qualifiers. They played in the qualifiers. They had an amazing, I think they won 4 or 5 games on day number 1. But everything just seemed to go wrong for them during qualification, day number 2. Everything that did go wrong, circles, loot, luck, everything else that kind of goes with it, to be honest with you, and goes with the rest of PUBG. But they had 2 players, obviously, left to move on to different teams. One went to Method, the other went over to FaZe. And now, all of a sudden, they had to go and finding 2 new teammates and getting the team building better. It's never an easy thing.
No, you have to kind of start from scratch with all the strategies that you have already practiced and teach every new player about them. So it takes a while.
It does, but to see them doing things like this, then all being well, this is going to be a promising future for Team Kingwin. Now, I think in the background we are queuing up an interview, so we'll keep chatting away about various things. You won't have to look at us for very much longer. Thank you all for bearing with us, not only today, yesterday, but for the entire season. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been a really good season. You had fun?
I had fun. How
about
you?
Yeah, it was good. Sweden's cold.
It is. It is very cold and dark.
Yeah, don't it get dark early? Yeah.
Yeah, we have like 4 hours of sunlight here.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I mean, being a ginger person, that's kind of a good thing for me because, you know, my skin and sun
yeah.
doesn't really go
Being
well
a streamer,
together.
it's really bad though, because I haven't seen the sun in like 3 months right now, and it can affect your stamina, your mood. you know.
Really?
Yeah.
You just open the curtains and it's just pitch
Yeah,
black.
I mean, I wake up after it's dark, and I go to bed before it gets bright. So.
I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so this is kind of when we looked at one of the Finish's bios earlier on was they literally live in darkness.
Yeah.
Is that kind of the whole play on it?
Constant darkness.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. Do you not really have any solar panels around here then? Is that a really daft question?
Oh, I don't know. we have water and wind.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I mean, there's more than what I've got because back up north we don't even run electricity, to be honest with you. It's rough in England. Hell, even my flight was cancelled. Bit of snow, whole country goes to shit. It's awful. But you guys are dealing with it. It's actually snowing outside right now, to be honest with you. But hey ho. Once again, we apologise about the delay, guys. We'll be getting this interview ready and rocking and rolling in the background. Make sure you drop a congratulations on Twitter to Ibiza and the rest of Kingwin. Just an incredible, incredible day, to be honest with you. Every single game. I think even more so the fact that you can have, like we kind of saw in the last one, a 13th placement. By giving yourself such a big buffer, you've kind of secured that spot, so racking up all those kills. But imagine you only had AAA maybe 100, 150 points behind them. If they'd had come last, dead last, and AAA had had a storming final round.
Yeah. If they had some more kills there, yeah. Unfortunately, Shiv couldn't take any kills there in the end because he had to stay for placements for his team. But if he actually had more members there, they could have actually got more kills there then.
Thinking about it, if he wouldn't have come... I'm trying to think of a scenario of if he would have like dropped out 4th place or 5th place if they would have even been in the... I mean, they had a lot of points, but they might potentially have... No, I think they would have been all right. But still, he did well. Like, keeping Survive has got them in,
Yeah.
you know, in the placement in the bracket area, I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh, well, good players. Yeah, we're just obviously going to carry on talking until we do this, get this interview up, so we do apologise, guys. But as I've said before, make sure the GLL.GG website is now live. Season 1 will be with you in 2018. You want to make sure your team's all registered up, ready to rock and roll. And as I said before, next time we do a grand finals, it could be your team, it could be you guys at home who are sitting here walking away with not only some helmets, but some extra special prizes as well. It's a definite time for teams, like, if they kind of want to get involved now, and especially from an organisational stance. You know, orgs are starting to look at teams and scout out, and places like GLL, for example, it's a good place to kind of look.
Yeah, right now it's definitely one of those places to look. I do believe that Ghost Gaming started out as, or Gorilla Core rather, started out as Gorilla Core during the start of this tournament, and then got picked up a phase midway through. So if you guys are looking for organizers or someone to pick you up, you feel like you have what it takes, then you should definitely apply for the next season and see where that takes you.
All right then, guys, some disappointing news. We actually do not have an interview. They've not been able to make contact in the back, so we do apologise. However, who cares? It's been an amazing time. We've had so much fun. I want to thank everyone for staying with us for, again, not only tonight, last night, and every single weekend before this. It's been an absolute pleasure. Forsen, thank you very much for casting.
Pleasure casting with you, man.
It's been incredible, and I think for myself and the rest of the GLL team, big shout out to all the guys in the back, the admin staff, the production, the whole team at GLL. They work their asses off, and it certainly doesn't go unnoticed. This event has run like clockwork. The production's been amazing, so big shout out and accreditation to all those guys and all the players that have been trying their hearts and souls out. It's been amazing. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.